this is Dan Williamson with my next episode of Coach Analytics, preparing you for the game of life. Today's episode is why eXp and why the colony. I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am, who the colony is, what we offer, and give you a sound reasoning why joining eXp and joining eXp with us just makes sense for you and your career. All right. I'll begin by telling you why eXp worked for me. So I was a top producer fairly quickly in South Jersey in real estate. And I took a hard look at what I was making, and I realized that no matter how much I sold, it really wasn't changing my life, that I was giving way too much back to my company, right? So I was on a 50-50 split when I started, like a lot of you, and it just, no matter how much I sold, it just wasn't making a huge dent in my life. It was helping, but for the amount I was selling, I felt like, my quality of life should have went up, and it didn't. So I sat down with my brokerage. I asked for a bump up. They bumped me up to 60-40. It still didn't help. Bumped me up to 70-30. It still didn't help. So I had a friend who kept telling me about this eXp thing. It was the wave of the future. It was new. It was exciting. And I took a look at it. I said, listen, I'll try it for 6 months and I'll see how I like it, right? 6 months turned into years. So I sat down, and for me, it was very simple. For eXp, every single agent's on an 80-20 split with no 6% franchise fees. Most brokerages, almost every brokerage in the country, charges you a 6% franchise fee on top of every deal. Now, I sell 35 homes a year on average, right? So for me, that extra 10% raise was huge, right? So I was getting 80-20 instead of 70-30, so I was making 10% more per deal, but I was really making 16% more, right? Because I got rid of that 6% franchise fee. Now, with eXp, it's also a $16K cap. So I capped really quickly in like a month and a half. So then that first year, I was at 100% commission. So then I was making 36% more per deal at about 25 deals, 26 deals I did at 100%. So after that first year of eXp, just to pay the commission structure alone made so much sense to me. After I went to 100%, I went to a little teeny flat fee, which I didn't even feel, right? So my first year at eXp, on average, I made about $2,000 more per deal on my 35 deals I did. So you start adding that up, and that number was staggering, right? That's $60,000, $70,000 more in just commission for selling the same 35 homes. That's when I realized that this was something. Like, I realized I was onto something with eXp. It changed my life. All of a sudden, that same 35,000 or that same 35 deals did make a huge difference because I made $70K more. Right. So that got me really excited. And then I was able to pay off some credit card debt. Right. I have a wife that loves credit cards, loves Amazon. She doesn't anymore. We've got a lot smart now that we have some money from eXp and building wealth with all our different avenues. We got a lot smarter with how we were spending our money, but I paid off the credit card debt. And then all of a sudden I had more monthly income. And then the next thing you know, we grew passive income with eXp, which started paying our monthly bills. We'll get into that later. But just the initial first year, that extra money changed my life, created more freedom, created more flexibility. I had some more money to make moves, buy stocks, and things like that. So I'm a big believer. That's what got me started. Wasn't building this empire, wasn't all the things that eXp does. The very first thing that got me excited was the commission split. 80-20 split, no 6% franchise fee, right? 16K cap, which is nothing. I'm capping Monday. I reset June 1st, so I capped in 40 days this year. Big deal. The rest of the year, I'm at 100%. And if you sell 20 homes after you cap, they give you the 16K back. So wrap your head around that. So you get a chance to get everything you pay back. All you have to do is sell about 28 homes a year, which I do almost every year. So for me, getting that 16K back was another nice perk. Now, originally, I started taking it in stock so I could build more wealth into the company, right? Here lately, I've been using it to take the wife on vacation, whatever island she feels like she deserves to go to that year, we normally go to, okay? So the first thing that drew me to eXp was the absolute commission. That was it. Now, after that first year, I started thinking to myself, you got a real big opportunity here to do something big. I have a background in education, master's degree in education, former college professor, worked at the Combat Training Center, at the Air Mobility Center in the Air Force, was a really good professor, instructor, really know how to teach and coach people. I'm a high school basketball coach. I have a background in leading people. So I said, man, what if we could do this eXp thing? Why isn't everybody at eXp? It didn't make any sense. So I did a study sent out a surveys, all the agents I could around the country, got on a bunch of real estate sites. And what I found was the reason why people weren't at eXp was a couple of different reasons. One, a lot of people said they joined with people, they forgot about them, they didn't talk to them anymore, they felt alone, they felt isolated. And I was like, man, what if we could solve those problems? What if we could do eXp better than anybody, right? What could we really build? So I set out to be a guy that didn't want to take anything from anybody. I wanted to be the anti-brokerage. The other agents that didn't want to join were brainwashed into thinking that they needed their broker. They needed their broker to provide leads, to do all these things that they never are going to do anyway. And they felt like an obligation to an office where they were stuck in this office. They had to pay this crazy split. When I look back on my deals, I was like, the company that I was with wasn't really offering me any value. It was all me. It was my hustle. It was my effort. Now, I did have a very good broker. Love her. Always will. But at the end of the day, it was my hustle and effort. Why did they deserve 50%? They didn't. So that's why eXp kind of set me free. So I set out to grow a large eXp team and did not take anything from anybody. We'll get into that more in a second. But I touched on something earlier about the stock program with eXp, right? The stock eXp with the stock program was something that I didn't really think a lot about when I joined, but I'm glad that I did. So the stock program works like this. So every year when I sell my first home, I get a $200 stock award. That's really cool. In EXPI, the real estate company, they own Success Magazine, they own a technology company. There's a lot that goes into EXPI other than just the real estate. But so that stock was kind of cool. And then for anybody I brought on to eXp, when they sold their first home, I got a $200 stock award. Now I've brought on, 100 and some agents. So, every time they sell the first one, I get a $200 stock award. So you can imagine I've been able to build a lot of stock in the company. And the core of the stock program goes like this. Every time you sell a home, you could take 5% of your commission and you get the stock at a 5% discount, right? So that's pretty incredible. So I sell a lot of homes. So every time I'm closing on a deal, I'm getting 5% of my commission in stock at a 5% discount. Now, that has accumulated into quite a bit of money. So now I have this entire big nest egg that I built with eXp that if I decided to get out of real estate tomorrow, I'd have enough to live on. I could cash the stock in and live for probably 5 to 10 years, easily, right? Because we don't live a crazy lifestyle. We're still, fairly conservative. But the stock program was something I never anticipated with eXp. Didn't really know a lot about it, but now 5 years in, I've built a small fortune in that stock. So very thankful for that. And like I said, the first couple of years I hit Icon, I'd take my $16K bonus, I'd put it all back into the stock. So I was able to accumulate stock a lot faster. But the way I looked at it is this. At every other brokerage, you're paying a 6% franchise fee, right? But when I left my other brokerage, I had nothing but a bald head, a smile, and a great attitude, right? So if I left eXp today, like I said, I have basically a retirement built up in that stock. So I looked at it as I'm paying a 6% franchise fee at these other brokerage. Why not take the 5% and put it in stock? So I started doing the stock program, and it really, really worked out for me, and I'm thankful that I did that. So the stock, I don't know of any other company in real estate that offers stock. I think it's a great opportunity, just another way that you can build wealth. So you're making more in your commission than you normally would, right? You're keeping more for your family, and then you make this in stock. So for me, it's like $70,000 I made in extra commission. Then I made another $10,000-15,000 in stock because that first year the stock just skyrocketed. So I look up, and for the same 35 homes, I've made $100K more, right? You just get intoxicated with eXp, right? So that's when I set out and I was like, well, how do we do this better than anybody's ever done it, right? Because I believe in this and I want people to feel connected. So here's what we did. So we went out and we designed a state-of-the-art website that basically gives you access to all of the things that you need to be successful at eXp, okay? So on our website, a lot of agents say, well, I don't want to download eXp World into my computer. Fine, you go to our website, you click, boom, you go right into eXp World. eXp World is a back office with 100 trainings a day from the best agents in the world, the best real estate minds from Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins has been in there. You get 100 trainings a day at your fingertips. No excuses to not be successful. You get direct access to a broker. 24 hours a day, you have a question. You call your broker now, they don't answer, you got nowhere to go. eXp, you go right into the eXp World, you get access to the broker. There's a big Facebook group for eXp, right, called Workplace. You go in there anytime, day or night, you get an answer to any question. People are sharing referrals. People are sharing investment opportunities. You have this huge plethora of network around the country. If you have agents doing deals in other states, or you have friends selling and buying homes in other countries, you can go on Workplace and do a referral immediately. With the Colony, we have agents in almost every state and country now, so we can do our own in-house referrals, which is amazing. I currently have deals in 4 different states that I'm not licensed in that I'm taking a 25 to 35% referral in each state. So I'm global now, which I love at eXp. I'm not just selling homes in one little tiny chunk of New Jersey. I'm selling homes all around the world. Even if I'm just taking a referral, it's nice to make $2,000, $3,000 for doing absolutely nothing other than doing the referral, right? So a lot of agents, they think too small. So with this back office, you get in, you get all the support. That's our help desk. You have a help question with eXp, boom, click the help desk, you go right back to the help desk. We have a new agent training foundation for you. The entire training for a brand new agent, Michelangelo Mattia, my partner who joined eXp with me, brought me to eXp and founded this colony with me, is probably the best new agent trainer that I've ever seen. He's semi-retired now. His rev share has grown to the point where he doesn't have to work anymore. God bless him for that. So he's kind of behind the scenes, but always working hard to update our technology and he handles all our new agents. Fantastic thing. He does a great job. But we have the entire thing at eXp mapped out, right? A video of everything you need to know to be successful at eXp, a video on how to upload your listings, how to upload your documents, anything you need to be successful, working with buyers, starting your pipeline. It's all right there at your fingertips. This is how agents wanted to work. In an old brokerage, traditional brokerage, you might have training once a month. If you miss it, that's it. That's all the training you get, right? At us, you get all the training at your fingertips. You get real live real estate coaches. You have access to all my trainings around the country. You click Coach Dan's trainings. You have a plethora, a database on any topic you ever wanted to learn from the 598th ranked agent in the world as of this morning, right? So I'm 598 in the entire world. Very proud of that. So I've sold a lot of homes. I've done a lot of stuff. You know, no one's perfect, right? I mean, I've lost a deal here or there, but not many. But I'm a really good real estate coach. I designed a thing called my Daily Habits for Success, and I really have changed agents' lives throughout the world, agents that are willing to follow my steps to succeed. Most of them have seen an incredible increase in their sales. So very proud of what we do. So you get a real live real estate coach. You get access to all our trainings right there at the click of a fingertip. We also have the new agent handbook, an incredible agent, right? Javier, we added him. He's out of PA, but he has the new agent handbook, a complete guide for brand new agents. We do role player training 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, right? You do that role player training, you get on, you practice your FSBOs, you practice your speaking to people on listings. It's just a chance for you to get better at your craft. We have all of those tools and resources available to you at your fingertips as well. Also on our website, into your back office, we have marketing materials, everything you could ever need, door hangers, postcards, flyers, open house advertisements, anything that you could ever need to be successful is provided to you by us. We have a virtual assistant. Oh, I'm afraid of payroll. eXp's virtual. No problem. We have a virtual assistant at a very, very low cost that will handle all of your paperwork, load everything up for you, take care of everything from beginning to finish. eXp also provides one at $500 per deal. Our girl cuts that cheap, does it around $250 per deal, and will handle all your paperwork throughout your own transaction coordinator right at your fingertips. It's an incredible opportunity. They'll also do your social media. We do a branding class with you, a marketing class, teach you how to build your business. We also teach you how to generate 25 to 30 leads a month with all our resources, right? Now, we also have a team that does Zillow leads, right? You can join up with us, log on with them. Now, they're going to take a percentage for the leads they're giving you, but if you want to work more that way, you can. I don't believe in that, but if you just want to be fed leads and you know, hey, give me the lead, I'll go run it, fine. You're going to work at a lot lower commission, but that's up to you. We have that available. We have an agreement with OpCity to provide us with the best leads that they get. Those leads you pay 35% when you close, after you close, right? So we have everything at your disposal. We have 4 free CRMs, which are incredible. We have an AI program through eXp that basically helps you scale. You can reach thousands of people a day. I'm currently reaching somewhere between 10 to 15,000 people a day. You wonder why my sales are so high? It's because I'm using all the tools at eXp to my disposal. You get a motivational text a couple times a week, first thing in the morning from Coach Dan yourself. Wake up, get out of bed, follow your business plan. We leave no stone unturned. We have express offers for investors. If you want to have special offers to send investors, we have a land and ranch group, right? We have anything that you need to be successful in real estate. We've got it. The thing that scares people about eXp with us is you have no more excuse to fail. If you can't sell real estate with a colony, you can't sell real estate. That's the truth. You can't motivate yourself because you have everything you needed, and I'm giving it to you for free. Because I wanted to be different than every other brokerage, than every other broker, than every other leader, than every other team leader that puts people on splits and takes their money. I don't want to do that. I wanted to provide you the opportunity to be financially free because that's what somebody did for me. I love eXp with all my life. I lived in poverty most of my life. I grew up as an orphan, grew up as a foster kid, adopted by my wonderful biological grandparents, was wonderful. I joined the military. I never made nothing. I was a school teacher and a basketball coach, didn't make a ton, right? I gave my talent away for free. I'm so thankful to eXp because it gave me freedom. I was financially free in about 2.5 years with eXp, and that's the truth. Living a life that I never dreamed of with my family and kids, able to do things that I never could have done as a kid. So that's what I want to give to everybody else, and that's true. I want to give you time, money, and freedom. The question is why don't you want that for yourself? People say all the times, well, I'm going to stay. I like my broker too. Do you like them enough to throw away a couple $100,000 a year? You like them more than you like your family? You like them more than you like freedom, right? We're pretty good people too. Come hang out with us, right? We'll take you golfing. You know what I mean? So we provide you with everything you could possibly need, and we don't charge you for it. And people say that's crazy. A lot of these higher brokerages have met me. One brokerage offered me a brokerage anywhere in the country if I'd stop doing what I was doing. Sat right across from one of the most powerful men in real estate history. He said, I'll give you one of our brokerages anywhere in the world for free if you just stop what you're doing. Because they can't match it. They're not going to match free. They're not going to do it, right? I look at it like this. I might be losing millions by giving it away for free, but I love who I am, and I'm changing lives, and I'm doing all right over here, right? We're not starving. So that's all the back office things that we offer you. Now, why is that important to you? How does that help you? Okay, great. So we have a revenue share program. So if you bring an agent on, you join eXp with us, you have all the resources and tools to grow a team around the world with eXp because we have all the training, all the resources, all the real estate coaching, the leads, the motivational text, new agent handbook. You can hand deliver this to anybody you bring to eXp with you. No one else can match it because they're not going to do free, right? So you get 5%, anybody you bring on eXp, you get 5% of eXp's 20% when they sell a home. So if they sell $300,000 house, you'll make about $250, $300, something around there, right? And then it goes down on a tier schedule. They bring somebody on, you get a little bit less. They bring somebody on, you get a little bit less. Tier 5, you go up. Tier 7, you go up. But basically, you're making passive income through every agent you bring to eXp, right? That's incredible. So in 5 years, I've brought about 125 agents to eXp. So my monthly passive income off of what they sell is more than I ever made in my life. And that's passive. That's free. That's what set me free, is that passive income. And people say all the time, oh, eXp's a scam. No. It's a multi-level marketing scam. No. Everything is multi-level marketing. The brokerage that people are in that they're so afraid to leave, right? The owner gets it. The broker gets it. The team leader gets it. You get nothing. At eXp, you get paid first. Everything is a multi-level marketing. All money goes up and goes down. With us, you just get it first. The down gets it first, which I think is incredible. And eXp is going to keep a little bit for themselves. They got to keep the lights on. But I've never been a part of any company that truly wanted to see their people be financially free like eXp did and the colony, right? So I love what we're doing. And you get good at eXp. You learn the model. It's the fastest growing company the world's ever seen, right? Grew faster than Amazon. It's the way of the future. These agents don't want to be in offices, right? We've opened up 4 offices. We've closed them all. Agents don't want to come to them. They don't want to do it. They want to work from home. They want to work from Starbucks. They want to be in their they want to be in their pajamas all day, right? That's what people want. Nobody goes to offices anymore. They just don't. If you're at the office, you're not successful because you're not out hustling, right? They don't want to go to offices. I hate it because I'm an old school guy and I kind of like going to my office every day. But agents, they don't want it. They want the future. This is the future. You're going to get left behind. Use our tools. Use our AI. We have healthcare. I've just hit on some of the core things we offer. There's a plethora more right in our back office. But the opportunity to grow a team nationwide and not have to do anything is with the colony. You bring 10, 15 people on, we'll coach them, we'll help them. 63% of our agents are outselling the national average. In most brokerages, it's 4%. So I know that our online system, our trainings are working. Wrap that around your head again. 63% of our agents in the colony are outselling the national average. That's insane. So we know what we're doing is working. And we do all kinds of crazy things. We did a 20 for 20 challenge, a couple weeks ago. Contact 20 people for 20 days and email me the results. Email me copies of who you're sending or texting, right? And we saw an incredible spike in our business. A lot of it's just keeping people going, keeping them motivated, keeping them active. There's nobody better than that than Coach Dan. So the truth is, if you brought 10 agents on underneath you that sold one home a month, you would probably have your monthly bills paid, right? That's really as easy as it is. You bring 10 agents on that can sell real estate. We'll train them, coach them. Your passive income at that point would probably pay your monthly bills unless you're living a millionaire lifestyle, right? That's the power of eXp, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it does. Oh, I don't believe it. Okay, well, look at me. If you knew me 5 years ago, did I have this quality of life? Did I have 2 dream cars, vacation homes? Was I going anywhere in the world I wanted on vacation? No, right? Did I have $4,000 suits? Right? Did I have watches? Did I have the things that I have now? No, right? eXp gives you time, money, and freedom. So blessed, so thankful I took this opportunity. I wanted to do it better than anybody else, and that's what we're doing, me and Michelangelo, and we're so thankful for it, right? So that opportunity to build your rev share, you'd be insane not to do this. If you know you can talk and you know you can lead people, these agents are lost. 80% agents won't sell a home this year. They're lost in their brokerages. Lost. They're hopeless. You can give them hope. You can change their lives. You can give them time, money, and freedom, stock, healthcare. You give them opportunity to change their families' lives, right? That's what I want, right? It's bigger than you. You got a chance to change lives with eXp. There's no other brokerage changing lives. We've created 7 millionaires in the colony from regular agents. 7 millionaires, right? Through the next thing we're going to talk about. So you get your stock, you got more commission, now you're making some rev share a month. Even if you had 5 agents, you'd make $1,000, $15,000, $2,000 a month, right? It creates freedom. It creates, financial freedom. The next thing I want to talk about is our investor program. That's the other way. So now that our agents are making a ton more money, they're selling more real estate than they ever have with all our tools. We're not in their pocket. They're not paying for this and that, desk fees, all this nonsense, right? So they're making more money. What to do with all this money, right? So we start our own investor group, and we're teaching all our agents how to buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate. We have one of the largest investment groups in the country with the colony. We flipped over 300 homes last year as a group, right? Very impressive. So we're teaching you what to do with that extra money, right? So we have the top husband and wife flipping team in the country at your disposal that will help you train to walk you through your first flip. We teach the Burr method. We're connected to Connor Steinbrook, who is at the Wolfpack. You get all of the Wolfpack's materials. You get all of Connor Steinbrook's YouTube training channel. He runs Investor Army, the largest investment site in Texas. You got access to all his tools. I mean, he's an incredible investor. He has one weekly mastermind every Monday that you could bring agents to. I don't know that I've ever brought an agent to one of his calls and that agent didn't join eXp immediately, right? So you have all this help at your fingertips to recruit agents and build wealth. You have an agent in Texas, I'll fly there myself, meet them face to face. I mean, I do it every week, right? So we're growing this thing. It's been wild. But this investor group, we teach the Burr method, basically how to find cheap rentals, buy them, slap some lipstick on them, make them nicer, refinance them, put the profit in your pocket, and then re-rent them out. Try to make a $500 a month. You do that 4 times a year. You can do it once a quarter with any loan company. You do that 4 times a year for 5 years. You wind up with 20 rentals, $500 per rental. You're making $10,000 a month passive income on top of all your other eXp wealth and resources, right? That's something we're doing for our agents that choose to do it. It's working for a lot of agents. We also teach private equity, where we're using other people's money to buy investment properties, refinancing them, paying those people back, and then you own the property outright. You use other people's money to do it. We're doing that a lot with apartment buildings and things like that. I could talk more about that later. We have a whole course on how to use private equity, how to raise money for your projects and use other people's money to make money. We have a good friend of mine, Jason Padell, out in Utah, who runs his own private equity group, and he helps us and walks us through great opportunities all the time. So, that's who we are. This is what we have to offer. eXp, it's the way of the future, man. It's online, it's technology, it's AI, it's generating leads while you're in sleep, it's making money while you're sleeping, you're keeping more of your money per deal, you're surrounded by people who don't want anything from you. I'm a lot of things, right? I'm not a crook, I'm not a criminal. I love people, I care about people. I always was looking for family. military, sports guy. I'm a guy that likes people. I want to be a light in people's life. I did this for all the right reasons. I wanted to change people's lives, and that's what we're doing with eXp. You join eXp with us, I'm going to do everything I can to get you to where I am in life. Time, money, and freedom. That's what I want for you. No other brokerage is going to offer you these opportunities. They don't want you to be free. They want you selling homes till you're 102. They want you to die of heat stroke while you're showing homes. That's the truth. Because if you're retired, you're not selling homes for them anymore. Our goal is we want you to be retired. If you come to eXp and these things work for you, you could be completely retired in 5 years. 2.5 years, I never had to sell another home for the rest of my life, right? I do because I love the business. But that's who we are. That's what we're about. I'm going to leave you with this. It's all about opportunity. If you're selling homes and you're giving profit away, you're crazy. You're choosing that company over your family. If you look up and and I've met with I met with a lady at 100% shop. She sold 70 homes, but there's no way they're not okay. We met with her. We times her flat fee times 70. She lost $45,000 not being in eXp. She joined that lunch. She got out of her computer and joined eXp right in front of me. It makes sense for everybody. It's the best model in real estate history, and you're joining with I think the colony who's doing it better than anybody's ever done it. You've got everything at your fingertips to grow your business, to scale your business, and to bring agents on underneath you if you choose to do that, to learn how to be an investor. It's unbelievable. But let me leave you with this. If you close your eyes and you think about where you want your life to be in 5 years, what is it that you're seeing? You want to travel? Because I did. You want more time with your kids? Yeah. I wanted to coach everything that my kids did, and I do. More time with your wife? You want to take her to islands and vacations and Disney's and stay at the Plaza in New York City, Memphis, Nashville? Is that what you want? For most people, it's something like that. They want to live a life of less stress, financial freedom. Well, I can tell you this. To get there, you need 3 things. You need time, money, and freedom. You need the time to travel, and you need money. You got to make money, and you got to have some freedom. The only way you get freedom is through passive income. All I can tell you right now is my passive income is well over 6 figures a year with eXp. Well over 6 figures, more than almost twice as much I ever made as a school teacher, right? This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's changing. I'm going to tell you something that's going to be hard for you to hear. If your brokerage could change your life, why haven't they already? If my brokerage changed my life, I was already selling 35 homes a year. If they could change my life, why didn't they? If they could offer you time, money, and freedom, why aren't they doing it? If they had great resources, how come nobody's selling homes? Look around your brokerage. Who's successful? Who's selling homes? 2 or 3 people. And they're keeping those deals for themselves. They're not trying to help you. Here, when one person wins, we all win. The stock goes up. Everybody gets a piece of the revenue share. It's just a beautiful thing. It's the way of the future. If it's time for you to make a change, you're ready to put yourself first, you're ready to live up to your full potential, reach out to me. 609-802-8800. Daniel Williamson, 605@yahoo.com. At Dan Williamson 3797 on YouTube, right? Log into my podcast. I'd love to talk more with you, but you got to gamble on yourself. I did. It was the single best decision I ever made for me and my family. eXp is incredible. It is the future. Don't get left behind. If you're selling 50, 60 homes, call me. Let me run the numbers for you. I can show you how much you're losing by not being at eXp. What do you have to lose? You got nothing to lose and everything to gain, right? Again, I'm here to change lives. That's what I set out to do. That's what I am doing. I'm proud of who we are. I'm proud of what we do. And I'm proud of the way we do it. I don't make a penny off anybody. I make all my money off eXp. I won't take anything from my agents. I won't take a cup of coffee. I won't take anything from them. And I love that. Who else is doing that? Look around your brokerage. Who's profiting the most from your success? All right? I don't get anything. I'm doing this because I want to change lives. And by changing your life, I change my life. Because my passive income grows when I make you be successful. Doesn't that sound good to you? All right? I know it's making sense. Give me a call. Again, Dan Williamson, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I'm willing to meet anybody, anytime, anywhere to talk about eXp. I think, honestly, you're out of your mind if you're a realtor and you're not with eXp. I think you are absolutely insane. You are throwing money away. You're throwing your life away, and you're not doing what's right for your family unless you're at eXp. All right? Love you. Mean it. Still be your friend. Don't care what your polo says. Still play golf with you. Still hang out with you. Just know I'm playing golf with you. In my mind, I'm thinking you're out of your mind for not being at eXp with us. All right? Have a great day. See you next episode.